here, chakra 3, you begin to see couples embracing. And the Lama at your side will be saying, try not to get between them. So we've come to the level of Dr. Freud. Below that, we have got between them. We're going to get born. And we will be born either as male or as female. And if we're to be born as male, we will find ourselves hating our father and loving our mother. If it's going to be female, it'll be the other way around. The Oedipus and the Electra complexes. And so the final job of the Lama is to get you born in a decent environment where you'll have a chance to receive Buddhist instructions for another lifetime and to save you from birth, let's say, in the egg of a flea or the womb of a mouse or something like that. All of these are possibilities. And then one is born, this frightened, little, terrified thing who's just had a great fight through the birth canal, and his eyes open to the surfaces of things, and he has been through the whole inward mystery and has forgotten it. And Plato in the Timaeus says the only thing one can do for another is reintroduce him to those forms of the spirit, the memory of which was lost at birth. And so we're in the same club there. Now this is a mandala that was made by one of Jung's patients. And you have the 6 worlds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the middle, she is shown reading, undoubtedly reading Jung. This is Pancharaksha, the patroness of books, of coming to illumination through reading scripture. This is the same mandala that we've seen with ignorance and malice and lust in the center. When you have been led by scripture not to fear death anymore, that world, which seems such a horror, is transformed into a world of Buddha consciousness. Buddha everywhere. And it's through scripture that one has been led to this. Now this figure, this Pancharaksha, is called a Yidam. The Sanskrit is the chosen deity. The Yidam is the a deity that you yourself have chosen. Ishtadeva, or Ishtadevata, the wished for deity. This is a very sophisticated idea. This deity has no existence. It's a picture. It's to put in your mind the idea of a deity, and it will achieve life insofar as you make this your deity. And then this deity, the deity of reading and scripture, becomes the guide of your life. Now, I speak of this first because it happens to be mine. Everything I know, I've got from reading. And when I meet Buddhas and yogis and whatnot, I interpret them in terms of my reading. I put this right on the face of the Buddha himself, and this is what holds you. Other people will have other Ishtadevatas, other chosen deities, but stick to your chosen deity. It's your way, and the whole Buddha world will come to your knowledge through whatever your deity is. This is Kala Chakra, another Ishtadevata, or Yidam. Kala Chakra means the wheel of time. Everything is Buddha. And this is the world which, when you're in fear of death, is such a horrible place. No horror can survive the radiance of these knowledges that come. This is Chakrasamvara Raja, the all-embracing Lord, and that's his mandala. Now, I had a very interesting experience about this. I have a tanka, we have a tanka hanging in our foyer in our apartment. It's this one. And I was helping a Tibetan monk to write his autobiography. And as he walked out of our apartment, he saw this thing in front of him. And he said, "Why, that's the Ishtadevata, the Yidam of my monastery." And so it can be not simply a personal choice, but the whole monastery. That is the power that is informing the exercises of that specific monastery. I call these the most sophisticated notions of deity anywhere that I know. The notion of a chosen deity that's going to be your guide. And so we come now to the conclusion of this story, how the Lord, with his Shakti turned about, comes to transcendence, each of us, soul. And here's the final one, the Buddha, immovable, teaching the world.
That's it. We've come to the end of Joe Campbell's tour of the Eastern Way. Usually at this point, the host would sum it up, make some concluding statement which puts it all in a nice, neat package. But there is no summing up Joe Campbell and no neat package for these ideas. As Joe would say, they are to be experienced, not explained. I hope these programs have been a rewarding experience for you.